cleaning and sanitizing agents in food industry. Yeah, there are different kinds of detergents available in the industry, especially in the food industry. Different kinds of detergents are using. So the detergents based on for the general purpose and alkaline based, chlorinated alkaline acid and enzymes, and the effectiveness of detergents based on this contact time and temperature, scrubbing, and the water chemistry. So many factors can influence the detergents, its effectiveness. Detergents are the chemical classification of detergents. Detergents are classified into three broad groups depending on the electrical charge of surfactant. Surfactant is nothing but a synthetic detergent. So the detergents have been classified into four groups. The first one is anionic detergents, the second one is cationic detergents, then third one is non-ionic detergents, the fourth one is deuterionic detergents. This anionic detergents, so anionic detergents, it will always produce as anionic detergents. Anionic detergents are especially when negative changes predominate. When negative charges predominate, the surfactant is termed as anionic detergent. Whereas cationic detergents, when positive charges predominate, it is termed as cationic detergents. Then non-ionic detergents. Non-ionic detergents are when surfactants do not dissociate solutions. They are termed as non-ionic detergents. The final one is the deuterions. So deuterionic detergents, it is having both anionic and cationic categories. It will attract both positively charged ions and negatively charged ions. Can be extracted. Yeah, 6 steps of cleaning and sanitizing. There are 6 steps. The first one is dry cleaning. So dry cleaning, we have to remove the macro particles, the organic waste of the macro particles. We have to scrub with the brushes and all. After that, we have to pre-rinse with the water, potable water, the second step. And the third step is detergent application. So we have to apply the detergent and scrub the detergent on the surface of the food contact area. Maintain the sufficient contact time as per the specifications of that particular detergent. Most of the food industries are using synthetic deuterionic detergents. Means the detergent which is having both anionic and cationic capabilities. It will bind both the positively charged ions and negatively charged ions. So the industry which is using, the food industry which is using these kind of detergents widely. Then the next step is, after giving the sufficient exposure time, then we have to rinse with the water to remove the organic waste or any dust or not, whatever the waste particles which are accumulating on the food contact surfaces and floors. Then after rinsing, finally we have to sanitize with the disinfectants, like different kinds of halogen groups are available. The disinfectants like chlorine is there, sodium hypochlorite, and chlorine dioxide also there, quaternary ammonium compounds also there, and iodine is also there. Most extensively in all food processing industries are using sodium hypochlorite, chlorine as a disinfectant, and chlorine dioxide also using as a disinfectant. So we have to sanitize the food contact surfaces and food processing areas with different ratios of different concentrations as per the guidelines. The washing, finally we have to neutralize the potable water to neutralize the chlorine residues. This is, you just see this, this is 5 steps of cleaning. Why? Because the workers, they could easily understand the method. So first, the finger one, this is dry cleaning. So they have to dry clean the food contact surfaces, utensils, or floor. Then after dry cleaning, they have to pre-rinse. So pre-rinse with water. Then after that, they have to apply the detergents and scrubbing, and make it contact time for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, depends upon the specifications. Then after applying the detergents, the waste can be removed by washing. So rinsing the food contact surfaces or utensils. The final step is sanitize the food contact surfaces or floor. After that, we have to post rinse to neutralize the residues of the chlorine. So this is the 5 steps of cleaning procedures, cleaning and sanitizing procedures. So why I have symbolizing this way? Because it's very easy to understand the workers. Previously, the food industries, the food processing industries were using soap solution to clean the food contact surfaces, to remove the debris, to remove the organic waste on food contact surfaces. The soap is a poor qualities. So the soap solution cannot dissolve in the hard water. It will precipitate in the hard water. So it is difficult to remove the organic waste or debris on the food contact surfaces. Those were the earlier stage in the food industry. Nowadays, the most of the food industries are using synthetic detergents. Most of the food industries are extensively using synthetic detergents as called as surfactants, surface wetting agents. The synthetic detergents will reduce the surface tensions. So it will facilitate us to remove the organic waste which are reduced on the surface of the food contact surfaces. In food industries, see, I will explain in details. The surface wetting agents are 4 kinds. The one is anionic based wetting agent, the second one is cationic based wetting agents, then third one is non-ionic based wetting agent, then fourth one is zwitter ionic or both anionic or cationic based wetting agents. These are the 4 kinds of detergents which are extensively used in the industries. When we are talking about the seafood industry, especially the zwitter ionic based detergents are using extensively. It is nothing but unsaturated fatty acids with caustic alkali, means sodium hydroxides. So the unsaturated fatty acids with caustic alkali, it's a kind of amphoteric. Extensively the seafood industry is using this kind of detergents. So detergent will act as a bacteriostatic, we all know. So this caustic soda with some unsaturated fatty acid is a combination of synthetic detergent which is very helpful as which can dissolve in the water and which is fat soluble, which is water soluble, which is easily removing the food particles which are stick onto the food contact surfaces. We must be very cautious whenever we are going to clean the food contact surfaces, whenever we are going to clean the floors and walls in the food industry. We must be very conscious. Whenever we are applying the detergent on the food contact surfaces, we have to maintain the contact time. So it's maybe 10 minutes to 15 minutes. In our food processing industry, unsaturated fatty acids with caustic alkali. Caustic alkali is nothing but sodium hydroxide. It's a strong base. So which is extensively used as a surfactant, synthetic detergent in the industries, food processing industries. So whenever we are applying the synthetic detergent on food contact surfaces, which is available in the liquid form, we have to apply and we have to scrub the surfaces, we have to maintain the contact time. 10 minutes or 15 minutes depends upon the specifications. And every industry, every facility we have to validate the cleaning. Yeah, it is an example of it's a reaction of surface wetting agent. When we apply the surface wetting agent on the food contact surfaces, so it will react on the food contact surfaces, it will remove the slime or waste which is accumulating on the surface. It will act as a surface wetting agent. It will reduce the surface tension so that we can easily remove the waste by applying the water, by rinsing with water. I will explain you details. This is called hydrophilic end. This is called hydrophilic end. The synthetic detergent having this kind of mechanism, and this tail region is called hydrophobic end. Depends upon the polar head groups. These are divided into 4 categories here. We have discussed it now. Yeah, this surfactant, this will binds the water molecules, and this will binds the fat molecules or other oil molecules. These are the 2 ends, and the remaining portion is called the aqueous solution. Yeah, this is hydrophilic head, and the inside is called aqueous solution, and hydrophobic tail. This region is called tail. So this tail will bind the fat molecules or bind the oil molecules, whereas the head, hydrophilic head, will bind the water molecules. In such a way that this can get separated. So the hydrophilic portion attracted by water and hydrophobic portion attracted by fat or oil. Thus a bond established between water and oil or water and fat. This is the basis of the cleaning action of surfactants. Surface active agent having good wetting and penetrating powers. They are excellent emulsifying agents, non-corrosive. In order to wet the surface, detergents should lower the surface tension of water. Thus the water concentration penetrate the soil more readily and remove it from the surface. To be cleaned, detergents dissolve the soluble dirt and emulsify the fats, and oils saponify the fats. The molecular formula of surface active agents have 2 portions. One is hydrophilic. Yeah, this is hydrophilic portion, and this is hydrophobic portion. Hydrophilic and hydrophobic portion. So this is the mechanism of the surface wetting agents which action on the food contact surfaces to minimize the surface tensions, to facilitate us for the easy cleaning. So it will detach the organic waste which are adhesed on the substrate, which are adhesed on the food contact surfaces. It will facilitate us. Even after simple rinsing, we can easily remove the food waste on the utensils. The areas which we cannot clean with, the surface is not exposed, like IKF belts or cooking belts, hardener belts, bubble wash conveyors, different equipments which cannot facilitate to wash the corners, uneven places for washing or for scrubbing. So in such circumstances, we can apply the foaming agents, or we can apply the steam water washing facility also we have to apply. That is also for few days, but we have to establish the frequency of complete washing. Large equipments, we have to dismantle the large equipments, we have to soak in the detergent solution. Then after that we have to wash with the steam water. So that is the effectively removing of the slime on the food contact surfaces. So we cannot remove the slime, accumulated slime or grime or biofilm in the food contact surfaces. Most of the food industries who are ignoring the areas where the washing is unavailable, where the food surfaces, we have to establish the frequency of large equipment cleaning or belt cleaning. We have to dismantle the belts, we have to soak in the soaking tub for proper time we have to maintain, and after that we have to wash with steam water and disinfect. Like that, weekly or once in 10 days or once in 15 days we have to maintain the frequency of the maintenance schedule for proper cleaning of the large equipments or the equipments which cannot facilitate for easy washing without dismantling. Those kind of equipments we have to define the schedule like that. By defining the schedule, we have to do the regular washing as usual. Regular washing we have to do, and we have to conduct the analysis. We have to collect the swabbings and we have to test, we have to examine, based on that we have to establish the frequency. If we are not washing, for example, if we have applied detergent on food contact surfaces, we have scrubbed the food contact detergent, immediately we have washed out. What will happen? The food contact surfaces accumulated by the slime or organic waste cannot be removed. We have to give certain time to start the reaction with the debris or start the reaction with the organic waste which are accumulated on the food contact surfaces. Without giving proper time, without scrubbing the soap solution on the surface, surfactant solution on the surface of the food contact surfaces, the ether won't produce. Then the organic waste won't come out. Even after washing also, after rinsing the food contact surfaces, we cannot remove the waste particles. Then what will happen? Simply plain washing, then applying sanitizer, disinfect, then what will happen? The SS tables are becoming grime. So grime means ingrained the dirt particles into that. So SS tables are becoming scale forming or griming, and finally rust formation also will occur due to this improper sanitary practices. The food contact surfaces, if you are using the improper sanitary practices, improper methods if you are following, we will have to face the adverse effect. There are three areas to minimize or to reduce or to eliminate is not possible, to reduce the introduction of pathogenic bacteria. The one is at raw material receiving or raw material harvesting area. The first one is raw material harvesting area. Poor harvesting techniques and poor handling techniques will introduce the pathogenic bacteria. Then the second one is factory, poor workers, sanitation and personal hygiene practices, and poor food facilities, utensils, sanitation and hygiene practices, which leads to the contamination of pathogenic bacteria. Pathogenic growth we can restrict because it is very easy to maintain the cold chain in the food facility. But these three are the very major concern. The harvesting area, we have to maintain proper hygienic harvesting area and sanitation of the harvesting area and ice condition of the harvesting area. Then facility, workers, health and hygiene, then equipments and utensils, food contact surfaces, how properly we are maintaining the cleaning practices, how properly we are validating the cleaning equipments, food contact surfaces. Food contact surfaces, we have to swabbing the food contact surfaces regularly, we have to examine, we have to test that whether the bacterial load is controlled or not. Based on that, we have to maintain, we have to establish the frequency, we have to maintain the contact time also. And the detergent, whether sometimes it is working or not. So we have to educate the workers, we have to educate the food safety culture from worker level to the top management, from top management to the worker level. We have to educate them, we have to convince them this is the way. If every food industry will follow, this is the way, this is the frequency to clean the utensils, to clean the food contact surfaces, we can maintain that in a good condition, in a healthy condition. Every year we are receiving the pathogenic rejections from USA. Last year also salmonella rejections, few factories came, and listeria also rejections coming because of these pathogenic introduction is the three places. If we are following good sanitary practices, then definitely we can control. So we have to eliminate, restrict the formation of biofilm. We have to eliminate or we have to restrict the formation of grime. We have to eliminate or we have to restrict the formation of slime by maintaining proper sanitation standards, operating procedures. We have to think out, do we really following the sanitary standards, operating procedures for washing the food contact surfaces? Are we really applying the soap solution? Are we really scrubbing the soap solution? Are we really maintaining the contact time, proper contact time, 10 minutes or 15 minutes? Are we really applying the disinfectant at proper concentration and maintaining proper contact time? These are all the time based. So it will take time. So it will take time means we should have the intervals of each shift. In every food industry should maintain the washing intervals. We have to follow the washing intervals, and the washing procedures also should be supervised by a competent QC technologist, not the supervisor. And it should be supervised by a QC technologist who should have the sound knowledge on the sanitary practices, sanitary procedures. And the establishments should also provide the adequate facility for hand washing and hand sanitizing. That is the major concern. The establishment should provide more sanitary facilities. At strategic locations, only 2-3 wash basins, 2-3 hand wash stations won't fulfill the problems. At a time, workers have to go and inside the change rooms and entering into the food facility. How they can wash their hands? We have to determine. Are they washing their hands properly? Are they sanitizing their hands properly? These methods, are they following properly or not? Because of the human beings are the reservoirs of the pathogenic bacteria. If we are providing adequate sanitary facilities to the workers or to the employees at strategic locations, 90% we can eliminate the contamination of pathogenic bacteria in a food facility.